Fulton, Ohio, the 2025 Olde Canal Days Festival is going strong. So just thought we would share out the live stream from around Canal Days. We weren't able to show any live from the drone yesterday because it was raining. But tonight, it's beautiful out. And everybody is out and about. So just thought we would share out the view. So just gonna make sure we're streaming live here, and then I'm gonna fly us around Olde Canal Days. But if you think someone you know would find this interesting, share this out there with them. But it looks like we've got a strong signal down here, so we're gonna cruise around a little bit. Let me know what you think of the signal or the stream here. Excuse me. We're gonna kind of push in a little bit here. We are way back away from this. We're using the long lens, but we're gonna go up here and check out Canal Street here in Canal Fulton. We're gonna go up here and show the view from the top. See the Union Block building there on the left-hand side of the screen. We'll go down here to the intersection of Canal and Cherry. Show you what it looks like down there. The old hot dog cart isn't out in the middle. That's definitely a different sign. Of course, it may be just me. It might have been a while since the hot dog cart was in the middle of the, I think it was the Lions Club that used to have the cart there. But that's it, just down here at Olde Canal Days 2025. Punch in here on the intersection here, Canal and Cherry, for a few minutes. Whoa. Hey, somebody was waving to the drone. We're gonna go up here and show down 93 Cherry Street here. Check out Cherry Street Creamery, see what their parking lot looks like. Ah, there's a little line forming there, huh? Waiting for some ice cream. It's pretty neat. We're gonna punch back out here. We were flying over top the buildings here. That was our zoom lens, but look at that. Got the Kime lumber benches down there. in front of the stage. The pageant got rained out last night, just as they started. Not really rained, it was more about the lightning and thunder. So they ended up moving it down to the Canalway Center. You can watch that video below us here on Facebook and YouTube from yesterday. Congratulations to all the young ladies on their pageant and hard work getting to that point. So you can see all the rides down there in the park. Just a gorgeous evening here. Get the party going on down and beside Warden Cycle. The beer tent is always a popular place. Seen some pictures coming out of there. It looks like they got a band down there playing some music. And we'll slide over here to the St. Helena Heritage Park, where you have all the rides, the Ferris wheel, the canal boat. Hey, looks like they're actually doing canal boat rides. Amazing. Wasn't sure whether they were going to be able to pull that off this year. It's kind of hard to have canal days and not have the canal boat running, in my opinion. So glad to see that. I'm gonna take a picture here. Bear with me for a minute while I'm setting up for that. Hopefully our stream's coming through. I hadn't had a comment, even though I seen the stream was moving when I checked it. But I'm gonna check it again while I'm taking this photo. Help me out if you're watching. Say hi. No comments usually means a bad stream, so I hate to be talking to myself. Maybe the comment engine isn't working, but somebody's got to have a voice out there. Hey, Robert. Thanks, I appreciate that. First comment. Oh, Trisha, Chris, thank you. Appreciate that. It's always better to know that I'm talking to somebody than just talking to a garbled live stream on the internet. What a view. That's beautiful down there tonight. Yeah, Diane, sure isn't. I remember canal days coming all the way into town, up into the park, and wall to wall people. But quite a few people here tonight, but not the canal days of my childhood, that's for sure. We were just talking with some of the canal days committee people yesterday and talking about that, how back in like the late 90s the canal days went away. Everybody that was involved got out of it, and at one point I was just graduating high school or just shortly after. I was thinking I ought to get involved with that. But a new group of people come and started it back up, and has been going ever since again. So I think this is like the 57th annual Canal Days Festival. There's a little more than 29 people, Cole, but I know there's like 10 of them down there in my family. So there's quite a few people waiting in line for the rides. But, you know, it's not the same as it used to be. This used to be a big thing. Now there's big things happening every weekend, everywhere. You know, we live in a world where, you know, it used to be once in a great while for something like this, and shoot, there's something like this every weekend all summer long within a 30-minute drive of Canal Fulton. So you're competing with a lot of events. Just a few weeks ago, there was 1,000+ people here running and supporting the runners for the Eagle Up Ultra Marathon. So that's some event for something that just started, I think, 10 years ago here in Canal Fulton. Runners come from all over the United States to compete for the 24-hour, 100-mile, 100K, 50K, 50-mile, and then this year they had a 25K run. So it's amazing to have that here in Canal Fulton. Yeah, we'll point towards the ice cream stand, Robert, here in a minute. I'm going to work my way around here to the back side of everything, and then we'll point towards, I'm already pointed towards Cherry Street, which back when I was a kid was DeVerlo's. And, but Ozier's is gone, no longer, which is one of the saddest things I think that could have ever happened here in Canal Fulton. I wish to this day it would have been put up and let people know that it was for sale, and somebody could have kept Ozier's running. Even though, hey, I'm never want to see or talk, you know, bad about any business. Almost Heaven is great, but they're not Canal Fulton. Canal Fulton is Ozier's, and that's one of the things, you know, when I was a kid, that's where you went, Ozier's. And you went to DeVerlo's for pizza and chicken, and, you know, he had some ice cream, I believe, back then, but that's not what I remember. I remember strictly going to Ozier's and sitting on the tailgate, riding in my dad's pickup truck with half the neighbor kids, no seat belts, no safety, you know, and we would go and eat ice cream on the back tailgate of the pickup truck, and then they'd shut the gate and go back, you know, that way. So yeah, it's great to have a bunch of places for, you know, everybody's got different tastes and love different things. So I'm glad we have a couple choices here in town. We're flying DJI Mavic 3 Pro here right now, but we've got just about every DJI product, including a new this year thermal drone with a 2000 lumen gimbaled spotlight. So we are 200 foot above the Canal Museum right here, and we're gonna pan up here and show you there's Cherry Street parking lot there on the left hand side of the screen. Yeah, I wish they would have, I don't know, it's been a long time though they cut Sundays off for Canal Days. That's kind of one of the silliest things in my opinion. And I know their reasoning for that is so all the vendors and everybody can get out of here and head to their next event. But usually, events are weekend events. So I think that's one thing. If I could change, I definitely would change, is having them go until Sunday night, because so many people can't get out until Sunday. And then with the weather, same thing. Even if you can get out Saturday, sometimes the weather's bad. Hopefully this year we have great weather. Sorry, I got to take a swig of coffee here. I got a cup of coffee and haven't had any since. So before it goes cold, wanted to keep streaming here. There's the view from Canal and Cherry right now, the intersection. I'm going to take a picture here, and then I'm going to punch in. There's the old Ozier's building and now Almost Heaven ice cream. I got excited. There's a trailer right there. I thought it was lobster rolls, but it's fish and chips on the right corner. Not that the fish and chips probably wouldn't be good, but I was hoping for a lobster roll. Yeah, the donut place is right there, set up beside Almost Heaven. Lurch's Donuts. We got Uncle Bacon's Barbecue there in front of the State Farm offices. And not going to be able to see too much more that way until I change locations, but we'll point up here, see the bouncy houses and the Bell Stores Marathon and Toys Time Forgot. There's all the bouncy houses. So I think I'm gonna punch back. I'm gonna take a photo here too. And we're gonna punch back out. Back up a little bit here. Get a picture of the full downtown area. Gorgeous. Center my sets. Oh yeah, Jim, I didn't notice that either. Where is it? Is it beside them up there or in front of them? Well, I'll punch back in here in a minute. I seen a couple newer looking lemonade stands, but I guess I didn't realize it was Lurch's new lemonade stand. Let's punch back in there and see what we can see. Oh yeah, yeah, right in front of them. Gotcha. Didn't even know they had a lemonade stand. They should have got a coffee stand, coffee and cappuccino or something like that. So there's that fish and chips. Gone fishing, fish and chips. Another new trailer I seen was over in front of Cherry Street. New, maybe not a new company, but kind of an updated design on their trailer was a Stromboli, and they had some lemonade stands on both sides. There's the Heritage Society's William Blank House there, all spruced up and looking good. They've got it painted, a new roof on it, and really looking good. Was the kind of pink house for a long time. There's the beer garden again from this angle over at Warden Cycle. I'm gonna punch back out here once again. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll spin around here and look at the park from this end. Yeah, it looks good. There is the view from this side of the park. Look at all the canoes over there on the banks ready to go. Over at the Canal Fulton canoe livery. Well, that's going to do it. I got to change batteries here, everybody. So I might come back here. I might not. So watch out. Might come back closer to sunset, which it's getting pretty close now. So we'll see you next time. It's Cliff at Buckeye Drone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing our stuff out there. And we'll see you either on the ground. Hey everybody, we are back here live over 2025 Olde Canal Days Festival, and just thought we would share out one more live stream here at dusk. We got our batteries all changed out here and got the Firehouse Technology strobes mounted so we would be compliant with the FAA rules for flight here at dusk, and it helps us maintain line of sight with our drone. So if you're watching, share this out there with someone you think would find it interesting. We're here live in Canal Fulton, Ohio over the Olde Canal Days Festival, 57th festival, I believe, here in Canal Fulton. And as you can see, the rides are all lit up, and there's some long lines in some of the rides. Got a gorgeous picture. I'm going to try to get back over in the same area and see what it looks like now, but over by the canal boat, looking down the canal with the orange sky reflecting in the canal. Nah, don't look like it's going to look the same. We're still going to go over there and check it out, though, even if it doesn't look the same. Let me know how the stream's coming through this time. We're gonna go back just a little bit and I'll roll up here and show you. It's gorgeous right now. I started this, let's see, I don't know, maybe Renee, is that comment from this stream or the last stream? I'm not sure. They got combined. I never switched off the stream, so hopefully this one's coming through good. But I'm gonna check just to make sure, because I'm not sure when my last stream was. Yeah, it looks like we're coming through. Again, shout out, let me know how it's coming through, if it's coming through nice and clear and good sound. Always like to know if I'm talking to people live or just shut up and forget about the live stream and come back with the video later on. But look at that. That's gorgeous, lit up tonight. So what's going on there, AJ?
Not much.
Got the whole group just walked up here. So what was the most fun at Canal Days?
Food.
Food?
Yeah.
What good? What was the best?
Well, I had me a Stromboli.
I did too. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
The Super Bowly was pretty alright.
Super Bowly, that's... sounds good, except for last time I had one of those this late, I didn't feel so good sleeping, so...
Well, good thing it's Friday.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing you're half my age, too.
I reckon.
You probably won't have that same situation.
I reckon.
How about you out-of-towners? What was the best thing about Canal Days this year?
The community.
The community. Okay. Well, you lie pretty good. Yeah, there's definitely some people watching going on. So, yeah. Well, we still haven't got any comments on this one. So, I know we're streaming, though, because I just pulled it up. So, somebody say Canal Days or something. Look at there. There's still some pink reflecting off the sky down there on the canal boat. Or towards the canal boat. We're gonna fly a straight line down there and see what it looks like from the canal view.
Alright, I need a shower. I done worked 12 hours today, just went straight here. Covered in concrete dust and motor oil.
Well, there you go. Well, nice seeing you.
Likewise. Have yourself a good night.
You do the same. Hey, Susan, how are you? Yes, it's gorgeous out right now. What a great night to be down here. I'm gonna run up on this Stromboli trailer here. This is what I was talking about earlier on the stream. I don't know if it's a new outfit or they just have some new graphics and new setup. I'm gonna punch in with my longer lens here. Yeah, that kind of, whoa. My HDMI wiggled there and the screen went off. Hopefully the drone didn't cut out, but so yeah, they got some new awnings and stuff there. Looks pretty cool. we'll go see what we can see down Canal and Cherry here, the intersection. Hopefully that's not my stream. Is it cutting out? The monitor keeps going black on my big monitor, not on my small screen or my drone monitor, but it's weird. I guess I got a bad HDMI cable on that monitor. So there you go. There's Cherry and Canal. State Route 93. You see Lurch's Donuts there. They got a new lemonade stand there also. And then you got the fish and chips trailer beside that. Another lemonade stand there. French fries. I miss Willard French fries. I don't see them anymore unless they've got new awnings and decals, which is a high possibility. There's the Blank House again. Canal Fulton Heritage Society's Blank House property. Then you got the Warden Cycle Beer Garden. They got a band over there jamming away. That's pretty sweet. Got a nice little setup there. We're gonna take this off and take a photo of that. Turn back over here. Sorry about the quick turn. Take a picture there. And then we are going to jump back out here to the long lens. And I might have to bump up our shutter speed just a little bit for this picture. Yes, sir. Hopefully, you know, the Department of State or whoever's messing around, not letting DJI ship their stuff in, will happen here shortly, because, I mean, not that I need a new drone, of course. But want is probably the term. I want a new drone. I can't believe this is the longest I've ever been without getting the new drone. Even if I only get it and return it to DJI after I get it, I always, at release date, get a new drone within a couple days, and usually order it directly from DJI on pre-release. And did that, well, no, I never did that this one, because they never put it on their webpage yet. And then I ordered it from B&H the same day they announced it. B&H put it up, and I ordered it. And I even went last week to the Build conference in New York City that B&H put on, the second annual Build conference, and DJI had a booth there, and besides the language barrier, which, you know, is what it is, none of them could tell me anything that's going on, or I guess maybe more to the point, didn't want to get into it. But I said that's, you know, silly that they're there exhibiting and have all their stuff, but not able to get me any info on the new Mavic 4. So, and I thought about going and getting one elsewhere on eBay, but I don't really need it, or I would do that, because this drone is fantastic. There's not that much difference. A few cool features, obviously the resolution, always looking to get the best photos, but for everyday use, that would be a way overkill. Even the new DSLRs that we got, mirrorless DSLRs this year, it's an overkill for, you know, 90% of what we're doing. We're not doing, you know, Hollywood productions. We don't need that many megapixels. So, and especially sharing with Facebook and some of the other social media, they dumb all this stuff down to less than 1080p, so you're not taking advantage of all those megapixels. But we are going to get into printing stuff again, so that was kind of my key on buying that new drone, because I want to start doing large poster prints. That's one of the main reasons we went to the build conference, is to look at those printers, and come out of there wanting 2 different printers. So I couldn't make up my mind, so I didn't even purchase one of them yet. So we're gonna go do a demo with one of the printers here locally, and then hopefully find another place to do a demo with some of our prints on the other brand. But yeah, I bought the Flip, Jim, and I didn't even take it out of the box. I pre-ordered it when it came out, and less than 2 weeks I sent it back, because it wasn't gonna do enough different from the Mini 4 Pro or the Neo. That Neo is probably, without a doubt, one of the best little drones out there, in my opinion. I was out in the Gulf of America, or the Gulf of Mexico, when I was actually there before the name change. It was the only drone I had with me. So, and the pirate ship was out in the Gulf, and my kids, you know, were acting like they were falling over when the pirate ship was shooting, and I wanted to get some of that on video from the perspective of the boat. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna launch that Neo, and if I lose it in the ocean, you know, I lose it. But since it was the only drone there, and I tell you what, that little Neo, the flags were flying straight out on the beach, and that thing was amazing. The video footage is crystal clear. Of course, you know, we're out in the full sunlight, not a cloud in the sky. Most any camera is gonna give great results. I mean, it's all about lighting. But I was so impressed with that after that. And I fly that through houses. You can, you know, bump into people and things, and the propellers are protected. Which that Flip, I wish I would have got it out and at least tried it, but so many people that, you know, I follow did reviews on it, and there was just not enough different. And, you know, it's just $1,000, right? Because it's not about the drone, it's about having all the extra batteries and chargers and everything to complete a task. So that's my problem. Any drone I buy, the minimum I need is 6 batteries before I feel comfortable, you know, having it with me. Because even if this, you know, Mavic 3 Pro has a problem, you know, I could take the Mini 4 Pro and complete a job with it. nobody'd be able to tell a difference but me. So that's why I sent the flip back. But the flip would have been a definite cool ad. I just was like, I bought so many drones last year that I thought, you know what? I really don't need it. Got a brand new thermal drone with a brand new gimbaled spotlight on it. All the batteries and chargers and case. And I think I've flown it twice. There was somebody here in Canal Fulton that was missing, and we were asked to come down and help that search. And the other time, I think I was just practicing down in the park looking for heat signatures. But I just don't have the time for that. We're already busy enough. There goes some fireworks. And just can't get into that side of the business. So I'm going to find somebody that wants to get into that business and make them a heck of a deal on a brand new package with some training and everything, because it's a little different world than just straight up video and photos. So, well, I think this is going to have to do it, because it's almost time for a battery change again. And I haven't had dinner. So I'm probably going to land this bird and either grab something here at Canal Days or head to the house. So I can't decide which I'm going to do yet. I might go find the rest of my family down there riding rides. The Ben and John are down there riding rides, so I might go find them. But I'll pull back over the top one more time here, and then we're going to end the live stream. I'll take one more picture once I get off this stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for sharing our stuff out there. We greatly appreciate you. Make sure and like us on Facebook so you don't miss anything. Or, better yet, if you're watching us on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe to us on YouTube. That's one of the most stable areas that we post all of our stuff. And Facebook does all kinds of funky stuff anytime there's music. So, and another thing, tomorrow, tune back in at 11 a.m. for the parade. So, everybody have a great night. We will see you either on the ground or in the sky next time. It's Cliff at Buckeye Drones signing off from Canal Fulton over at the Olde Canal Days Festival.